tutorial. Today we're up to some alien cyborg inspired stuff. And on top of all of this makeup, we have the privilege of being the first ever YouTube channel to showcase this amazing product. It is LED lashes that comes in different colors with different super cool effects, and they change as you move. It is so cool. I am sure you've seen it as it's gone totally viral all over the world. It is the F.Lashes. If you want to learn more, all of the links are in the description, and next week we will post a full review of the F.Lashes with all of the effects, application, feel of the lashes, and all of the safety aspects. So if you have any questions, you know where the comment section is at, and let's get on with our tutorial.
This tutorial requires beginner to intermediate skills, takes about 20 minutes to prep and about 1 to 2 hours to finish with all those details. Of course, the wig, the sclera contacts, and the F.Lashes are optional, but those are the things that cost some money in this look. And if you don't have glue, you can always create the base for the tubes with liquid latex paste. Now, speaking of those tubes, let's create them. And we are using aluminum foil. Simply fold it up, create a little tube shape, any size you want for your kind of look. We bend it because it's going to go over our shoulder and around our neck. So when we bring out that electrical tape, and we simply wrap it up in tape. Of course, if you have any kind of other tubes laying around, you can use them as well. We created 5 of them for our look, 2 for the neck, 2 for the shoulders, and 1 for the forehead. Now, you don't need a face cast, but if you do use it, make sure you smear on some oil there so that the glue will let go. And simply glue a little base here. We use the glue gun to get sort of a white transparent look on that base. When it's dry, thanks to the oil, we can peel it off, and then we have this little base, sort of makes it look like an exit vent or something like that when you place it on your skin. And as I said in the intro there, you can of course create that little base using latex paste on any flat surface. Next up, get yourself a nice coat of your favorite foundation and then break out that color. In this case, turquoise or a bluish tone. It's up to you what color your cyborg alien should be. And the tone we wanted was available as a lipstick, so why not use that? So step 1 here is getting the color in the places we want it roughly, and then we go in and blend it out with a brush. Why is it constantly raining in Sweden during summer? In Swedish is varför regnar det alltid i Sverige under sommaren? And in the corner there, we blend outwards from that corner. Do the same thing on the lines. Just clean them up. Let that color fade out a bit. And for our cheekbones, we fade that color downwards. This is sort of the shading for the look. It's going to be mixed in with some white tones later on. And hey, there they are. So we fill in those gaps now with white. And the process is pretty much the same. We go in and apply the color where we want it, and then we go back in with a much larger brush to blend it all together. And there is a lot of blending going on. And to add a little bit of depth to the look, we go in with a purple tone here in between the white and the turquoise, and we blend that in nicely. And yes, you guessed it, the process is a repeat of what we've been doing so far. Apply the color and then get in there with that big fluffy brush and mix them all together. Blending downwards below the collarbone and upwards above it. Then we went back in with additional turquoise there to boost the color a bit. Time to do the same in the face there with that light purple tone, and we mix that in with white. Apply it and blend to the bone. And when we feel we are there, we set it with a translucent powder. So now we have a great base for our alien cyborg, so let's create some shapes that brings out that alien feel to it. So we need some spiky sort of patterns here. So we begin with our cheekbones, our chin, and of course our forehead. And we apply the color from the hairline going downwards into these spiky creations. And you of course are free to create your own sort of patterns. But these, I think it's a little flirt with a spider maybe, but yeah, we do let that shading branch out as well into these shapes. And of course, to keep the look coherent and together, we continue to do that on our chest as well. Working our way from the collarbone and downwards, fading the colors out into these spike shapes. And to give our look some 3D feel and depth, as well as some punch, we go in with black. And we do that just along the edges there and fade downwards along those spikes. We want more color on the top and then fade it down gently along the spikes there. And then we repeat that process on all these little spiky shapes. And as always, with a look like this, the blending part is really important. So take your time and do that blending for the best results. And to take away some of that skin tone, we go in with a little tiny bit of white hairspray color, but we don't push that in too hard because we don't want fat white spots all over. Just a thin little coat of that white hairspray color to fade that paint job out into the skin. Switching to a much thinner brush there for the detail work, and this is Random Spots. Almost like a flirt with Jadzia Dax in Star Trek, but still not, because her patterns are more leopardy. And another cool way to get those details is to use that black hairspray color and gently push that top down to get that spatter pattern. We don't want big, fat, black spots, so just keep pushing gently on that top and the color will spray out like this. Really, really cool. Right, let's fix up that makeup around our eyes and brows, and we need to add white under our brow there. Gently blend that down. We're going to do that underneath the eye as well. We don't actually have clips of that. But now switching to blue for the actual brows, and we work our way from the center of the brow to the inner edge with the blue color. Just like that. Add additional little hairs there with a small brush. And then we switch to black, going from the center and outwards to the outer edges for a really nice mix of tones. And as you note, we don't have that much white color here underneath the eyes, and we don't have clips of applying that. However, we do apply our wig, and we can stop halfway and look silly if we want to. Like that. Anyways, get the wig in place and put those sclera contacts in. And there you also see we have applied that white all around the eyes. And to keep the eye makeup in sync with the rest of the look, we go in with a blue, fade it out towards the edges, apply it underneath as well. And then we go in and enhance those spiky looks again with a much, much darker tone. And if you are copying this look exactly, you might want to follow Ellie's moves here, the way she does this pattern. But if you have your own pattern, make sure you match that up. Almost looks like the spikes from the forehead flows down into the eyes there in the inner corner. And again, we go in with black, just like we did with the other blue areas, to give it a nice punch. We also go in on the eyelid there, just in the base, to make the eyes pop a little extra. And they will pop with the F-lashes as well, let me tell you. Fading that out to the side there on the outer edge and blending it. Adding additional punch there with the black at the bottom and continuing with the detail work. Again, back to the spikiness of the other look, but this is more intense, sort of a triangular shape downwards. And these sharp edges here close to the eyes give it a much more intense feel. Add a little bit of mascara and yep, then the falsies, get them in place. So after the mascara is on the falsies as well, we go for the lips, and we wanted something that was in total contrast to the rest of the look, but still in the same kind of tone. So this coral color was awesome. And as it being Ellie, we need some sparkles as well. So in the inner corner of the eye there, to open up the eyes a little bit, we add that sparkle, and also along that waterline. Ellie continued with that shiny little eyeliner. Add in some spaced out details since, well, it's an alien, so we need to have the universe and space elements in there. We actually go in and make sort of like the same patterns as we did in the Northern Lights look. They really make the overall look pop with all those details. Looks pretty cool. And with all our detailing in place, let's get the alien vibe on with those tubes we created. So you can choose to put them wherever, however you want. We attach them with basic skin adhesive applied to that little tube footing we created. Dab it on the skin until it gets sticky, and then keep it in place to hold it there. And if the pieces should kind of want to fall off or something like that, you can always apply some tape there and tape them to your skin on the back, because that's going to be underneath your wig anyway. A good idea for the tubing going into the head is to attach it in the hair there using a bobby pin or similar. There we go, the makeup is ready, except for one little detail, and not such a little one, the F-lashes. We get them in place, so cool. And yep, there they are, blinking and shining, and actually, in reality they shine a lot more. The studio light sort of kills that shine. Anyways, you apply the F-lashes just like you would with false lashes. A little bit of eyelash glue, and then gently put them in place. You might want to run your fingertip over them to really put them there. Yep, just like that. And with a tiny little cord, just lead that back right behind your ear, just like that. And if you want to, you can actually add additional makeup over that cord without any problems to hide it even further. Since we have a fading color there, it would be tricky. And hey, our look is complete, and the F-lashes react to the motion of your head, and you can set it to blink in a variety of awesome patterns. This sparkly one is really awesome. Super cool. I personally like this one. This looks amazing. And if you want to know more about these F-lashes, go check them out at flashes.se. Of course, don't forget to watch our awesome review coming next week. If you like this tutorial, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends on the internet. And don't forget to subscribe. You don't want to miss that awesome review of the F-lashes. And hey, tell us in the comments, what kind of look would you create with these awesome F-lashes? Let us know. See you soon, guys. Got new stuff coming right up.